It's hard to believe that bears were historically found across Texas, much less in the desert. But bears have a way of adapting to even the hardest conditions. By the 1950s, Texans had driven them out of the state. Black bears were forced to seek refuge across the border in the mountains of Mexico. But in the 90s, without the hand of man and with a protected landscape, something amazing happened. They returned and began to recolonize the Trans-Pecos. Decades later, their success is why I'm here.
So we're kind of in the beginning stages of this project, and we're monitoring where bears are and get some of their movement patterns and try and get callers out on bears and try and get traps in front of them for as long as I can until we catch one. There's been a bit of research that's been done in the national park over the past 20, 30 years. There's just a lot more bears now, as well as more people in this area. This research is kind of stemming from preparing managers and residents for bears moving back into this area. We've baited the trap now. The bear is gonna be lured in by the sweet-smelling foods. So now we're gonna set up some cameras and get the cellular camera ready and hooked up so we can see when this trap goes off, see when and if we get a bear. Through the trapping for this project, we're getting GPS locations from the collars. We are also collecting blood, tissue samples, trying to get an understanding of what the genetic structure of the population might look like here, and some local ecology of how the bears use this landscape. And the more collars we can get out, the better data we'll have.
Matt Hewitt is a graduate student of ours that we recruited, and right now he's on point for the black bear recolonization project. We work on a lot of different projects where we are actively restoring species to habitats. But in this situation, the black bear project is really a unique opportunity for us to understand a very rare occasion of natural recolonization. We lost black bears in the early 1900s. They've basically been vacant from this landscape for almost 100 years. In the grand scheme of things, we're really still on the front end of the recolonization process. But as bears start to recover and recolonize the area, we're gonna have absolutely more conflicts. That's why it's so important that we get this information today, is so that we can prepare for how black bears are gonna return to really all portions of Texas, and then again, how landowners and communities are gonna find a way to live with them.
Terlingua Ranch is sparsely populated, but is populated, and there are quite a few people here. There are some open dumpsters, bird feeders, hummingbird feeders. There is hunting in this area, so corn feeders, different supplemental feed, and that could definitely be one reason why there are so many bears hanging out here. It's food sources. Where there's food, there's bears. Hey, man. Yeah, awesome. You want to look at some SD cards?
Yes.
Go wander in.
Come on in.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember the first time
I believe
I
it was
saw
you
them.
that saw the bear.
And I saw it here on this property, just happened to look out. Well, actually, my dog barked.
This was Oso. Our dog Oso saw the bear.
I'm Alita Lorio, and he's
William Rich.
And we are Terlingua Ranch property owners and have been for 28 years. My relationship with BRI started through my bear reporting to Texas Parks and Wildlife. So it was they who connected us with BRI because of the bear sightings.
He's looking around, checking the trap out.
We think of this as the start of our career in bear biology.
Yeah. Well, we certainly are seeing more bears here, for sure. Yes. We used to see a bear maybe once a year.
And when we moved out here, there were no bears at all because they were still more or less in the
They were in
Sierra del
Mexico.
Carmen.
This year, I mean, they really have been around.
Yes,
You know?
we've had, just this year, we probably had 3 or 4 bears.
We've had 2, one in the backyard, one right here in the driveway, one over there
Crossing
on the
over
hill,
there.
one crossing the hill over here. So just, you know, we've had 4 sightings.
Oh, it looks like he grabbed something there. He's got a donut in his mouth.
Yeah. Oh, that's so exciting.
Man, that's a big
No
bear.
tags, and he's huge.
Yeah, that's definitely a 300-pound bear.
Jesus.
Well, we've got lots of bears around.
Apparently, I have lots of bears
We
here.
have
yeah.
a lot of bears.
So I was, you know, in bed. My phone went off with a text message at about 5:15 this morning, and rolled over and checked it, and the door went down on a trap. So we are loaded up and headed down to the ranch to work up this bear. So this is our anesthetation drugs. I'm estimating him to be right around 100 pounds, probably just a little bit over. So that tells me how much I need to give him on this initial dose. And we'll go from there. Yeah, so right now we just gave it the drug 4 minutes ago. So we'll give it another 14 minutes or so to make sure it goes all the way under. I'll go over and check in a couple minutes and just kind of see how it's behaving. Oh yeah, he's out. Yeah, we'll just pull him out. Guide his head. All right, perfect. Okay, he is doing A-okay. So neck girth is 43 centimeters. Body length is 88. 94 and a half, all right. So this is the last step. Now we are drawing up reversals for our anesthetation drug to get this bear back up and on his own feet. So how do you feel about that one? We are kind of pushing last light here, but it went really good. Got every sample that we needed. Ready for him to run off. So now we just need to keep the work going. We're gonna rebait this bait station real quick. It's a very strong smelling sweet stuff. And then to top it off, we have some snow cone syrup. Doors down on the trap, so definitely got something. It's a young bear. Under 100 pounds, probably. Is it a male? You know, it's a very, very small bear compared to some of the other guys that we've caught here, but still looks like a very healthy individual. When they're up, they're up. So you can kind of tell where his pad was right here, and a couple toes, and looks like a couple scrape marks right there. And we're right in the middle of his points, so in here somewhere. Yeah, this project is off to a great start. You know, we've had 6 captures so far with 1 recapture. You know, things are really rocking and rolling. We're trying to get more collars in, get more bears collared, and I think it really sets a very strong foundation for where this project is headed. About a week ago, Texas Parks and Wildlife started getting reports of this bear kind of just causing problems in the Terlingua ghost town. So it's important that Texas Parks and Wildlife is involved in this capture in particular, because there is so much, you know, public interaction with this one. You know, this bear has been causing some problems in the ghost town for about a week now, and we're fortunate enough to have the state mammalogist for Texas Parks and Wildlife, Dr. Dana Corrales, out with us today. And I mean, I certainly feel fortunate to, you know, be cooperating together to solve this conflict.
I'm the state mammal specialist, so I'm kind of watching out for bears across the whole state. And of course, out here in West Texas, this is our biggest hotspot of bear activity. This bear has been getting into dumpsters for the last week and a half or 2 weeks or so. So our goal is to find this bear. This is DB's restaurant barbecue place here in the ghost town. And this bear was just here last night out in their dumpsters, so we're gonna go take a look and see if we can't kind of see where he might have gone. We don't want to move bears. It's not in the best interest of the bear, and trapping and relocating is not always a great solution because they can come right back in a lot of cases. Another thing that's unique in this situation is that this is late fall right now, and bears are in hyperphagia, so it means they are in that ravenous stage where they are trying to get up to somewhere around 20,000 calories a day to gain weight before denning in the winter. So they already picked up what was out here, but you can see kind of where there was food garbage down here on the ground, and it looks like the bear drug it this way, pulling the trash and feasting in a little more secluded spot. We do have an option for a release site for him nearby. It's far enough away that it'll take him at least a day to get back if he does come back. For that reason, we are going to try to take this bear and relocate him.
Down here in the Terlingua ghost town, this bear went into the trap around 11:50, kind of midnight time. And the message came in that the trap had closed. Decided to work him up.
We've known each other for years now and worked together, so this is great. We've talked about bear captures before, but it's the first one together, so.
Give it a go.
me know if he gets up.
Neck is 29. Robert, you want it for chest?
Correct, yeah. Right, Brad. Yeah, left shoulders.
347.
Nice.
1, 2, 3. Come on. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Bear, come on. Come on. Let's go. Turn around. Door's open. Hey!
Black bears are beloved. Bears really symbolize wildness. Today, we see bears in Del Rio and in South Texas and in Terrell County and Sanderson, and it's just part of their pioneering strategies that they have as a species to repopulate areas that they formerly occupied. The tolerance of humans, and Texans in particular, is really going to be key to any successful recolonization that black bears are implementing today.
Right now we're at a critical point in bears coming back to Texas. A large part of that is working with people to make sure they're aware that there's bears in their area and work with them to secure their attractants that they might have on the landscape. Bears really need the community to respond and the community to take these measures.
Miss Barnes already has the combo. Bears don't get in it.
It is up to us.
And we have a responsibility to do it. If we want to live here, I think we have a responsibility not only for ourselves and to mitigate our own interactions with bears, but to educate when we can so that other property owners can learn to mitigate those interactions and not be so wound up about it.
I'm hoping my role in the conservation of bears in Texas is to learn as much as we can, about this population and how they are using this landscape, and hopefully learn enough to be able to give them the information they need to make informed, sound management decisions.
As a Texan, it's a second chance. I mean, we failed black bears 100 years ago, and today they're giving us a second chance by coming back to this landscape. And so it's really up to Texans to figure out, well, what are we going to do about it? And are we going to embrace them? Are we going to manage them? Are we going to scare them off the landscape again?